Hey, what's going on, guys? You got TLR here, and we're back on the battle spot for our next installment in our battle spot singles journey. Haven't done a battle spot singles live in a while, so we are back with a new team, some new Pokemon like Bronzong that you might not have seen before, you know. But yeah, not like a super thought through team, just 6 Pokemon that I wanted to use. And that, has some general synergy as far as typing goes anyway. But yeah, let's just hop right into the battles and hope we can, cop some W's. Haven't done a ton of battles on the ladder yet, as you can see, so still low ladder. Not I even lower than 1500. Come on now. But we're gonna change that we're gonna change that right now. We're gonna get above the 1500 rating. And our first opponent of the day is from the US, actually, with the Gliscor, Rhyperior, Mawile, Aegislash, Trevenant, and Gardevoir. So Tapu Koko can be nice here, because it could surprise the Rhyperior with a Grass Knot and just knock it out. I do also like Beware here, because Ice Punch can hit the Gliscor and the Trevenant. Earthquake can hit the Aegislash. I'm immune to Ghost, so I can switch into Aegislash if it goes for a Shadow Ball. You could also do Beedrill, although if it's Scarf Gardevoir and Mega Mawile, which it probably is. You could also do Bronzong, or Gastrodon or Latios. Let's see. Latios is walled by Aegislash, because I'm running a Calm Mindset with only dual stab, and I don't want to be walled by Aegislash really. Gastrodon can do well against everything bar the Trevenant. I probably should have something for Trevenant. You know what? I will bring Beedrill. It can do decently well against everything. Anyway, it has a move to hit pretty much everything, because now, thanks to the Super Mega Boost, gets the speed off the bat, so I can just run 4 attacks. So that's what I am running. 4 attack Beedrill. So he's going to lead off with the Trevenant, which is fine. And I'm going to lead off with the Tapu Koko. I could Dazzling Gleam, do a good chunk, but I don't think I will. I think I am going to Volt Switch. I don't want my Tapu Koko taking damage, and the Trevenant is threatening more damage on my Tapu Koko than my Tapu Koko is threatening on the Trevenant. So I'm going to Volt Switch out of there, and if he clicked Will-O-Wisp, that's a really good play on his part, but I do not expect him to bother burning a Tapu Koko, because then I could have... Okay, he actually goes for Trick Room. Ooh. Now that's something you don't see very often on Trevenant. Ha. And I'm just going to Mega Evolve here and knock off. I can... I probably couldn't live a Shadow Claw, but if he goes for the Phantom Force, then I'll be fine. I kind of don't expect them to have Shadow Claw, to be honest. I mean, most of them only run 1 attack, and most of the time... Okay, so it is Shadow Claw. I could probably live this as a bulkier set, though. Yeah, so I live that because it's almost definitely a bulkier Trevenant, and we're able to knock it off. Get rid of its big root, actually. Interesting, interesting. But the fact that he Shadow Clawed there instead of Will-O-Wisp leads me to believe that he doesn't have the Will-O-Wisp. However, he could just have thought that his Shadow Claw KO'd me. I mean, Mega Beedrill is not super bulky. So we're going to switch in our Beware here, immune to Shadow Claw. And Ice Punch is obviously the most... Well, it would hit this hard. It would also hit the Gliscor and the Rhyperior if they wanted to come in, but it would not do well if he decides to switch into Aegislash or Mawile, which I would think he would switch into if he switches into anything here. So I'm actually going to go for the Earthquake. And, I mean, it'll still kill. I mean, I'm pretty sure it'll still kill even after this Horn Leech recovery, because he's just so low. So I don't think there's any way he can live this Earthquake. Yep, so I still knock him out. And yeah, cool. Get rid of that Trevenant, which opens up a door for my Tapu Koko. Next Pokemon is going to be the Mawile, I'm guessing. That seems like it could be a strategy. Nope, it's Aegislash. Interestingly enough, he sends an Aegislash next. Okay, well he's slower than me, so he's going to put himself into... No, he's actually going to Swords Dance. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to get off the Earthquake. This is going to do a lot. Probably won't kill because it's not Stab. But I mean, I'm Choice Banded, so that's going to do a lot. Is he Weakness Policy? He is Weakness Policy. Okay. And the Twisted Dimensions return to normal. So yeah, Swords Dance, considering the Twisted Dimensions return to normal right there, there was no reason to go for Swords Dance because now he cannot Shadow Sneak me. Goes for the King's Shield, but Earthquake is not a... It's not a contact move, so I won't be suffering from the attack drop. So we can just click it again here. Yep, and down goes the Aegislash. Nice. So he's down to his last Pokemon. I kind of think it would... I think it's either Gardevoir or Rhyperior, to be honest. It's actually Gliscor. Okay. Well, definitely don't want to stay in here. But I don't really want to switch into Tapu Koko in case he goes for Earthquake, which he probably would. Beedrill doesn't threaten a lot of damage off on Gliscor anyway. While it would be nice to be able to knock off his something. Actually, he's probably Toxic Orb, so knocking off his item probably doesn't matter either. Actually, he goes for the Swords Dance. Ooh. I don't think that matters. I don't think he can knock out my my Beware in one hit. Not Drill Run, Knockoff. This will do a decent chunk at least. If he's a more offensive set without any bulk, I can chop off a good 25% there. Goes for the Earthquake, that's fine. Heals up with his Poison Heal, that's fine. Tapu Koko can't Oko him. So basically it's whether or not Beware can eat a hit. But I'm going to go into Tapu Koko here anyway, and the reason for that is because... I could possibly get him to choke and not attack my Beware, maybe go for a Roost if I do enough damage to him. So I'm going to hit him up with the Dazzling Gleam. That's Life Orb Dazzling Gleam, obviously doing a lot. And he's just going to launch off another Earthquake. So let's find out if Beware can live a +2 Earthquake from Gliscor, because obviously Gliscor doesn't have a lot of attack. It only has a 95 base attack. So, yeah, and I'm just going to launch off an Ice Punch because that'll definitely kill Gliscor unless he like Roosts. He actually protects. Interesting. So he's running Earthquake, Protect, and Swords Dance. I wonder what his last move could be. Probably Stone Edge. You know, that Edge Quake combo. But yeah, even at this level of health, he will not be able to take an Ice Punch. So, I don't know. Maybe go for a crit. That would be unfortunate, but no, that's just the game we play. Goes for an Earthquake. Let's find out if this knocks me out. It does. Wow. So, yeah, underestimating Gliscor's attack stat there, I guess. I mean, it's still 95, but I guess after a Swords Dance it becomes respectable. Alright. Or maybe overestimating Beware's bulk. That's fine. We're going to come back in the next battle then. And we're going to come back and we're going to win the next battle. Here we go. Alright, come on. We have to get above 1500. I should probably do some battles off screen is what I should do. You know, just to climb up a bit, maybe get some higher level opponents, but, you know. that's fine. We see the Tapu Koko, Lando, Thundurus, Metagross, Ferrothorn, and the Rotom. I'm gonna lead Beedrill here, actually. Beedrill's a pretty good lead. It outspeeds everything bar a possible Scarfer. I do want Beware in the back because that's my main way of... I mean, he doesn't really have good superpower switch-ins bar Lando, and Lando doesn't want to take an Ice Punch. I could do Gastrodon as my last Pokemon. That does well against actually pretty much everything on his team. Like, unless he'd have to have like Grass Knot on his, or Hidden Power Grass on some of his Pokemon in order to hit me. So, as long as we can take down that Ferrothorn, Gastrodon could possibly just come in and stall everything to death. I don't expect that to happen, but it's possible. Alright. And we are going to lead off with our Beedrill. Our opponent is going to lead off with her Landorus. Now this could be Scarf. Plus, my U-turn would do very little against it. The only reason I would want to stay in is to like scout if it's Scarf. Although he could also U-turn. And would you really U-turn turn 1? I really expect her to Earthquake. So I'm just going to switch right into Beedrill. Gastrodon. Because this Earthquake, it just won't do very much. Goes for the Rock Tomb, actually. Okay, so it's probably not Scarf if it's running Rock Tomb. But that's fine, I don't care about a speed drop. Gastrodon was pretty slow anyway. Yeah, and I'm just gonna go for a Scald Burn. Probably going to switch right into Ferrothorn here, but I have no problem with... Like, I could also try to double into Beware. But in case she wants to stay in, or like didn't even bring Ferrothorn, this is probably my best play. See, like she goes into Metagross here, which is fine. If this thing gets burned, it's just not going to do any damage. Unless it has the Grass Knot, because Metagross does get... Mega Metagross has that Tough Claws boosted Grass Knot, you know what I'm saying? Which is definitely something to watch out for, but I'm going to stay in, assuming it's not Grass Knot Metagross. If it is, I mean, I still possibly could live it. No, I probably definitely will. I mean, Metagross doesn't have a lot of special attack. Goes for the Ice Punch, that's fine. Even if it freezes me, I'll thaw out with my Scald. And if we can burn this thing, that's going to be very crippled. No burn, that's fine. I'm going to recover here. Because I want to stay healthy with my Gastrodon. Obviously, Gastrodon just being bulky and relatively good against her entire team. Definitely want to keep this thing healthy. Alright, back at full. It's all good. I'm going to launch off another Scald, attempting to go for a burn, but she just forfeits right there. So that was a really quick battle. Yeah, she didn't have a lot for Gastrodon except for Ferrothorn. And I guess she didn't bring Ferrothorn, so she didn't have pretty much any way to deal with Gastrodon. That's what I assume, anyway. So she's just going to forfeit right there, and we're going to cop a win. That's nice, even if it was not a very fleshed out battle. It was just like a few turns until she realized she couldn't deal with Ferrothorn. Still not above 1500. Oh, darn. But, you know, this last battle, or maybe not last battle, considering that other battle was pretty short. I might actually get 4 battles in this live. Alright, here we see Wishy-Washy, Whimsicott, Lilligant, Gardevoir, Azumarill, and Mawile. Okay. A lot of fairy types. Beedrill could do a lot of work here. But we do have to watch out for the Mawile. I'm still going to lead off with Beedrill with Gastrodon in the back. Because Gastrodon can absorb water type moves from a possible choice banded Azumarill. And then the Wishy-Washy. And then probably something else to deal with the Mawile. Bewear could do it, because Bewear easily eats up Sucker Punch and does outspeed. Like, worst case scenario, it's a Jolly Mawile and it speed ties, so. I could also do Tapu Koko, but Tapu Koko doesn't do very well against the Whimsicott. Actually, Bewear doesn't really do very well against the Whimsicott either. The only reason I was thinking Bewear is because obviously it eats up Sucker Punch really well, which Tapu Koko, if it like, yeah, because if the Mawile gets up to +2, then Sucker Punch is just doing too much to Tapu Koko, so I'd have to keep that thing like at full pretty much. And I don't know if I could do that, so it's going to be a lot easier to keep Bewear healthy enough to eat up a Sucker Punch. Going to see Gardevoir lead versus my Beedrill. It could be Scarf. That is true. Going to see it trace my Swarm. Okay, yeah. Good luck making use of that. Dang, I'm scared if it is Scarf. So I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to go right into Gastrodon. Let's see if we can scout its item. Thunder Wave. Okay, so it's not Scarf if it's going for Thunder Wave. Let's just launch off a Scald. Am I okay with that? I mean, it can burn anything. She doesn't have anything that's immune to burn. But we could just go for a Toxic. Poison something. How necessary is that? Yeah, I'm going to throw off a Toxic here. Goes for a Moonblast, that's fine. I should be able to live this. I mean, obviously I'm going to live it. I just assumed I would live it over 50%. That's what I was guessing. Which I do, so that's nice. And we get to poison the Gardevoir. So that'll take some residual. She possibly could switch out here into like into one of her grass types. I could launch off an Ice Beam, trying to catch it off guard. One of those grass types, because I don't think I can. Actually, do I need Gastrodon for anything? I guess the Wishy-Washy I might need it for. I'm not going to switch in either of my Pokemon to this Gardevoir though. So yeah, I'm just gonna launch off an Ice Beam. Goes for the Encore actually. Okay, that's fine. I could switch in, I could possibly switch in my Beedrill if she decides to go for, or he decides to go for another Moonblast, but it's very risky. She has the Encore and the Thunder Wave though, and then Moonblast. So does she even have a Psychic type move? It's possible she doesn't. It's possibly she's like a bulkier set with like Wishes at the last move, or he has the bulkier set on Gardevoir. I keep saying she because the Gardevoir is a girl, but then the player is a guy. It looks like, so I don't know. I am going to switch in Beedrill here, maybe. Although Beedrill's my win con. Yeah, I'm gonna stay in. I know I'm gonna let Gastrodon go down. Hopefully, the Wishy-Washy doesn't come in and start to be a problem. But, you know. Beedrill is just too important to me winning this match. And Gastrodon is not as important to my victory. So, yeah, looks like I'm going to have to let Gastrodon go down here. Unless somehow she doesn't knock me out in a couple hits, like chokes and goes for another Encore here. Although I think Encore is still on. I think I still have a turn of Encore left. I'm not sure. How's the berry? Is that a citrus berry? Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, but my Encore does end. I'm just gonna stay in and Scald if she wants to not go. Like if she, like she either encores here or goes for another Moonblast and just knocks me out. So like, not really. It doesn't really make it much of a difference what button I press. Just, you know, not switching out, not going to risk. Not going to risk anything right there. And here we're just going to launch off a Poison Jab, yes. Because it's possible that she doesn't have the Mawile. So I'm not going to try to make any predictions and like try to drill run the Mawile on the Switch. That's the one thing about Battle Spot singles is you don't know if they brought the Pokemon, so trying to predict a Pokemon to come in is a bit more difficult. Do we see the Mawile? We see the Whimsicott. Okay. That's fine. Just going to launch off another Poison Jab. I'll knock out the Whimsicott. Maybe going for a Stun Spore, trying to paralyze my Beedrill. Although, Cotton Guard, okay. I don't really understand that play because obviously this Poison Jab is still going to knock you out unless you're Focus Sash. It's times for super effective with the adaptability boost. There was no way you could tank that. You could do max defense and you still wouldn't tank that. So, and we see the last Pokemon is the Mawile, so. Intimidate, that's fine. I'm just going to stay in and Drill Run because I'm not just going to switch in my Beware willy-nilly when it can just hit it with a Earthquake and do a ton of damage. Does it go for the Sucker Punch? It does not, so we can get this Drill Run off. Obviously not going to do a lot after Intimidate, but it does put it within Earthquake range, which means the game is guaranteed mine. Unless, yeah, no, like, you can't even dodge it. You can't be Bright Powder Mega Mawile. That's impossible. So here, yeah, like, the only possible way, I guess, he could win is if he's Jolly Mawile. And Speed ties with my Beware, because my Beware is max Speed Adamant, so I have 112 base, or 112 speed, and then that's Mawile's max speed stat, so if Mawile, like, wins the speed tie and then knocks me out or flinches me with Fire Fang or something like that, that's the only way. But it looks like that doesn't happen, so Beware just launches off an Earthquake and takes down the Mawile. So good game to my opponent, and yeah, since it hasn't been too long, I think I'll get one more game in. One more game, hopefully we can, you know, cop that W so we don't drop back below 1500, because we just got above 1500. That's not super impressive. I make it sound a lot more impressive than it is. I'm super low on the ladder. No, I do not want to save my battle video. But yes, I do want to continue battling. 15-11, would you look at that? And our last opponent of the day is in the 1600s, an opponent from Japan. Gengar, Mimikyu, Breloom, Lando T, Snorlax, and Porygon 2. So he does have that Spore option. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Z-Spore, Breloom. That's not a bad set. I do want to lead... Like, Beedrill leads well against pretty much everything, bar up Scarf Lando. Which, would he really lead with that? Maybe. It's possible. I do want to bring Beware, because he doesn't have an Ice Resist, so I can Ice Punch pretty much everything. And what? Tapu Koko outspeeds everything. But doesn't function well if he does like bring like a Trick Room. Porygon 2. I don't even know if it's freaking Porygon 2, actually. So I probably shouldn't like play as if it is, because it might not be. I'm gonna bring Tapu Koko, yeah. Because that can also prevent Spore from working. Like if he wants to go for like the Z Spore with his Breloom, I can just switch in Tapu Koko and not be put to sleep. Although, if he does lead with Breloom, I probably just Poison Jab it, knock it out. The only problem with that is if it was the Focus Sash set, but you know, you never know if that's true. He actually does lead off with Lando, okay. That's fine. Is it Scarf? I don't know. If it is, then Beedrill is probably going to go down here. Because I don't really want to switch in my... I don't want to switch my Beware right into an Earthquake. So I am going to U-turn. It's a bit risky, but he led against me. I kind of have to. I'm already in the back here. But he's not Scarf. Okay, that's good. Boop, that'll do a decent 15%. Cool, cool, cool. And let's just switch in our Beware. Maybe it'll be Rock Tomb like that other person's. And go for a Rock Tomb right here. Although there's no... It does. Wow. See, there was no real reason to do that because Earthquake would have knocked my Beedrill out. So... Yep, still no Ice Resist. So, no Ice Resist magically appearing on this guy's team. Goes for the U-turn, that's fine. It's just not going to do very much. And we're going to see the what come in. We're going to see the... Snorlax, okay. Is it Thick Fat? We're about to find out. Based on this damage. Boom. That's probably thick. No, that's definitely Thick Fat. Yep. That's fine. I'm just going to go into Tapu Koko and Volt Switch. I could Dazzling Gleam. Trying to... No. There's no way he's going to switch out. Like, he could attempt to switch out into his Lando on my Volt Switch. Whoa. Inferno Overdrive? Wait a minute, what? Okay, so he's running Inferno Overdrive on his Snorlax. That's interesting, I guess. I should be able to live this, though. Like, I can't imagine what move this could be that would create an Inferno Overdrive that would knock out my Tapu Koko. Yeah. And yeah, we're just gonna Volt Switch right out of there. Inferno Overdrive Snorlax. Well, isn't that something? He is going to withdraw Snorlax, actually. Okay. Into his Lando. That's fine. I know he's not Scarf Lando. So I'm just going to Dazzling Gleam. He might switch out as well. He might just be like trying to double switch around. Because Empower Ice is not uncommon on Tapu Koko, but I don't have it on my Tapu Koko because I did. Because I threw this team together and the Tapu Koko that I threw on the team didn't have Empower Ice. So that's why it doesn't have Empower Ice. That's definitely Assault Vest. That's definitely Assault Vest. Goes for a U-turn now. This will probably knock me out, but it doesn't, so. So what's going to come in now? Breloom. Okay, so he's just going to Mach Punch here. That's fine. That is fine. I could just switch right in Beedrill, but I'm not going to. That's not a very good play. Or is it? He can't Spore me. Dazzling Gleam will knock him out. I'm going to send him Beedrill right away. Because unless he Rock Tombs right here, Beedrill's just going to live whatever he goes for. Yep, goes for the Mach Punch. Felt like that was relatively obvious. And since Beedrill does Time Spell resist it, it just doesn't do enough. Now switch right back out into Lando seems pretty obvious, but I'm going to poison jab anyway. Actually, I probably should have U-turned because I still didn't know if this was Sash or not, and it looks to be Sash. So yeah, that was a bad play on my part. Ah, nice and poisoned. Not like it matters, because he's just going to Rock Tomb and I'm going to go down. But you know, thanks to the poison, it looks like you know, Beedrill did his job. Took out the Breloom. Going to go into Beware here. He's almost definitely going to go out into Lando. This is like, if he goes out into Lando, then it becomes a 50-50. If not, yeah. So here's the 50-50. Does he stay in and just attack me? Or does he switch out into his Snorlax? Because if he stays in and attacks me and I go for the Ice Punch, I take down his Lando, I switch out my Beware, Tapu Koko, and then I just come back in and Superpower and knock out the Snorlax. But if I Superpower right here as he U-turns and knock out the Snorlax, then it's the same thing. I switch out Beware and Tapu Koko and then come back in and then take out the Lando. So I have to play this turn right to win the game. Whew, this is tough. I think his best bet is to U-turn, and the reason why I say that is because he might think it's possible that he lives a superpower with his Snorlax. He already knows I have the Ice Punch, so he might be able to live a Hammer Arm too. So I'm going to make this play. I'm going to assume he's going to U-turn. Whew, got it right. He does go for the U-turn, so I'm able to eat that up and just superpower the Snorlax on the switch in. This should knock it out, because I am choice banded. So even at -1, I still have a ton of attack. So let's see. Does Snorlax even have a chance to live this? Probably not. I can't imagine it does. Yep, knock it out. Even at -1, it goes down. And yeah, I already know he's Assault Vest as well, so I know he can't be like a Swords Dance, Fly Any MZ, say, set on his Lando. So he doesn't even really have a chance to knock out my Beware in one shot. So yeah, just going to go out to my Tapu Koko, sack it. It's not going to be able to do much against this Lando anyway. It is Assault Vest. He's going to go for the Earthquake, I imagine. Yep, just goes for the Earthquake. Knocks out my Tapu Koko, that's fine. Tapu Koko did his job, which was he did the damage to Pokemon. Good job, Tapu Koko. And now Beware's just going to come back in and Ice Punch this thing. Yep, he'd have to like get a Gen 4 crit that does twice as much damage. Or maybe not, maybe he just needed a regular crit. Ha, that's fine. Ice Punch, knock out the Lando. Good game. And that's going to be the final battle for this episode. 3 wins, 1 loss. That's a 75% average, not bad. And we're above 1500. That's what's important. We're finally above 1500 again. It's been a while. I should probably do some battles off screen just to climb a bit, but I might. I probably won't, but I might. So if you see that I'm a bit higher on the ladder in our next episode, that'll be why. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. So.